Hello, today we're switching gears a little bit. We're still talking about graphing, but today we're looking at slope. Slope is the angle of our line, whether it's going up or going down. So first we're going to look at positive slopes. Positive slopes increase from left to right. Increase from left to right. Like we read a book, we read this direction across the page. So positive slopes go up as we go across. Negative slopes are just the opposite. They decrease or go down from left to right. From left to right. So these ones go down as we read across the page. So this is our little man walking downhill. Here's our person walking uphill. There are two other kinds of slopes that I'm going to add on here. One is a slope of 0. So on a graph, if you have your x-axis and your y-axis, and you have a line that goes straight across, walking flat on the ground would be a slope of 0. And our fourth kind of slope is a slope that is called undefined. That's when you have a graph, here's x and y, and we call this a vertical line, undefined. So 0 slope would be a horizontal line. We call it horizontal, like the horizon goes left to right here. Undefined is when we have a vertical slope. We cannot walk across this line. You would fall straight down. Does not work. It's really like no slope, but you need to write this word undefined. If you want to shorten it to UND, that's fine as well. So let's take a look at these 4 graphs. It says, is the slope positive or negative? Always start on the left side and think, where would I be walking, up or down? Well, this person would be walking downhill. This is a negative slope. And again, always starting on the left. This person would be walking uphill. This is a positive slope. We can write out the whole word. This next one, starting on the left, we're looking just at this line. Here's our little person, if you want to draw a little person there. We are walking uphill, so this is a positive slope. And our last one, this one's not very angled, but starting on the left, we would be walking downhill, so this is a negative slope. So we're actually going to count the slope of a line. It says label 2 points, then find the slope. So when we label our points, this just practices plotting a point, x first, then y. So we're going to label these 2 points. So first, I'm going to look at this point up on the top here. X first, we're going 1, 2, 3 to the right, and we did not go up and down. There's that point there. And then this point down here, we did not go left or right. X is 0. But we went down 7, so -7. So we labeled our 2 points. Then it says find the slope. What it means by find the slope is what we call rise over run. Rise meaning how much do we go up and down, our change in our y's, because our y-axis goes up and down. And then our change in our x's, how much did we go left to right. So I like to call that rise over run. Easy acronym to remember, or alliteration, rise over run. We're just going to count from one point to the other, first up and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went straight up, 7. And then straight left and right, 1, 2, 3. So our slope is 7 over 3. That is our angle of our line. All right, if you're confused, think of it like an elevator. We have to get in our elevator and go up or down first before we can get out and walk to whatever door we need to get to go to our friend's house. So I always like to start on the left so we can go up and down first. If you started on the right side, if you started over here and went up and down first, that's fine, but going down is negative. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And going to the left on a number line, negative numbers are to the left, -1, -2, -3. So two negatives make a positive. You still get the same positive 7/3 for a slope. You just won't have to deal with the negatives if you always start with the point that's furthest to the left. So let's take a look at our next next graph. We have our 2 points. It says to label them. So x first, then y. So this point up here, we have x is -1, -2. And then we went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -2, 5. This point, x first, then y. On my x-axis, we went 5 to the right. And then we went up 1. So those are our 2 points, just practicing labeling our points and then counting our slope. Rise over run, we're going up and down first in our elevator. We got to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 floors to be kind of equal with that point. We went down 4, that's -4. And then we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our slope is -4/7. Let's try a couple more. Same thing. Label our 2 points, then find the slope. So let's label this point up here and this point here. We know this one in the middle is 0, 0. We didn't go anywhere for that point. But this one, x first, then y, we went -1, -2 for x. Oops, I wrote x. We want to write -2. And then y, we're going up 1, 2, -2, 2. So our slope is rise over run, up and down first. It's kind of backwards from plotting points. They're opposite of each other. So y, then x. So up and down first. Our elevator's got to go down 2 floors, down 2, and over 1, 2. If you can simplify a fraction, please do so. We could divide both of these by 2 to give us -1/1, or -1. Because if we went down 1 and to the left, that would give us the same line, even though they kind of skipped that point. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Label our 2 points. This point down here first, x-axis, we went -1, -2, and then down 1 is -1. Up here, we did not go left or right. X is first, remember. Then y, we went up to 0, 2. So our slope, rise over run, we're rising 1, 2, 3 in our elevator, and then we're running 1, 2 over 3 over 2. We cannot simplify that, so that's our answer. All right, I would like for you to try these 2 on your own, and then click play to see if you got them right. So first, labeling our points, x, then y, x and y here. X is -1, and y is up 1. And then over here, x is 3, and y is down 2. So we have that point there. So our slope, counting rise over run, up and down first, then to left to right. Always start on the left if you can. We're going up and down. We're going down 1, 2, 3 floors in our elevator, down 3. And we got to walk over 1, 2, 3, 4 doors down to get to our neighbor's house, our friend. All right, last one, plotting our 2 points. This point down here, we did not go left and right, so that's 0. We just went down 1 on my y-axis. Remember, x, then y. And over here, x, we went 1, 2, 3 to the right, and y, we went up 2. So this slope, we're rising in our elevator 1, 2, 3, and running 1, 2, 3. 3 divided by 3 is really just 1. If you want to keep it as a fraction, later on we will always want slope as a fraction. You can write it as 1/1. Also, if you ever see something that uses the letter m, slope is represented in math by the letter m. So it might say m equals 1 or m equals -3/4 for the slope. We will use m later on, but for now